How to tell if she's actually interested. Chapter 1. The question that makes men crazy. Hi, this is Nuke. There's a question men ask all the time in different costumes. She likes me, right? Maybe she laughed at your jokes. Maybe she told you something personal. Maybe she was warm on the date. Maybe she texted you first twice. Then she disappeared for 3 days. Maybe she says she's busy, but watches every story you post on social media. And now you're trying to solve this case. You read the text, you ask your friends, you look exactly for the right video to tell you what exactly she's doing. You start treating one woman like she is a riddle, and once you find out what she's up to or what she's doing with you, then the meaning of your life is solved. I get it. You like her. You do not want to make the wrong move. You don't want to come off as needy, stupid, pushy, or clueless. I understand it. You like her. But most men do not get stuck because women are impossible to understand. They get stuck because they're looking for certainty before they're willing to act. So in this video, I want to give you a cleaner way to look at a woman that's actually interested without becoming paranoid, cold, or spend time being a detective trying to figure out what's even going on. Chapter 2. Attention is not interest. The first thing you need to understand that attention is not the same as interest. A woman can enjoy talking to you. She can like the way you listen. She can like your attention. She can enjoy the little emotional boosts that a man finds her attractive. This does not automatically mean she wants to date you. Before some guy gets angry in the comments, that is not an accusation. Women are allowed to enjoy attention. Men enjoy attention too. The problem starts when you treat every pleasant interaction like a down payment for future interaction. You have a good conversation at work, she's friendly. She smiles, she tells you about her terrible ex. You spend 2 weeks being her emotional support intern, and then you find out she's seeing someone the whole time. And now you're confused because you felt close. Feeling is not the same as being chosen. Interest does not only make a woman pleasant around you, it creates a movement towards you. The movement can be small. She makes time. She asks questions. She continues the conversation. She helps make the plan happen. She shows enthusiasm when you are actually trying to see her. You are looking for movement, not just a vibe. Chapter 3. Do not judge one moment. The opposite mistake is deciding she's not interested because one text was dry. Some women are bad texters. Some are busy. Some are warmer in person than they are on a phone. Some have an off day. You do not need to panic because you saw one fewer exclamation mark than usual. One moment is not the defining factor of your initial interaction with her. A pattern, though, is better. It shows more information. If she has a bad week but still says, I cannot do Thursday, but I can do Sunday, that is not the same woman who keeps everything vague. If her replies are slower, but she still shows up and she's present with you and makes the next plan easy, you do not need to invent a narrative as to why things didn't go exactly as you planned them. But if the pattern is always the same, then pay attention. If she is warm when she is bored, she is distant when she asks you out, she says she wants to see you but never offers a time, she cancels and doesn't make up follow-up plans, and you're always restarting the interaction, those are signs. At that point, the medium is a message. You don't need another clue. You got your answer. Chapter 4. Interest costs her something. This is one of the simplest rules in dating. Real interest costs a person something. Not money necessarily. I am not saying she has to buy you a watch or fly you across the country because you had one good date with her. I mean effort, attention, vulnerability, inconvenience. All those things mean interest if she decides to pay. She may rearrange her schedule. She may reply when she could easily let the conversation die. She may ask you when she can see you again. She may make it easy for you to lead. That is an investment on her part. If she likes you, you do not need to chase her like a maniac. That is not the point. But you should not have to drag the entire interaction uphill with a rope around your waist forever, or at least for the time you're dealing with her. When a woman is interested, she makes things very easy, and I need you guys to understand that. Plans move, but at the end of the day, you cannot force this out of a woman. She has to decide to get on your program. Chapter 5. The date is the real test. Texting is not dating. Texting is for logistics, rhythm, a little bit of flirting, and a way to keep the door open long enough to see each other in real life. This is where a lot of men lose their minds. They try to get total confirmation through messages before they ask for a date. They wait for the perfect opening. They turn a woman into a pen pal. They send jokes, observations, memes, emotional updates, and 6 days later, they still have no idea whether she likes him. Of course you do not know. You have not given reality a chance to answer. Ask her out, not with a speech, not with a 10-line explanation of why the date would be low pressure. Just make a simple plan. Let's get drinks Thursday. I want to take you to this place. Are you free Saturday? Then watch what she does. If she's interested but genuinely cannot make time, she will often give you another plan or backup for another day, a better time for her, and she will let you know, I'm sorry, but this works for me better. Can we do this? There is movement. She is on your program. If she gives you nothing but fog, you do not need to fight through the fog. You can turn around and move on. Chapter 6. A reschedule is not a rejection. Men can become too reactive here. If she cancels one date, all of a sudden he is writing a speech in his head about respect, modern woman, how he will not tolerate this. That's not the way to go. Relax. People cancel dates. Things come up. Women can be interested and still have a real life. The question is not, did she ever cancel? The question is, what did she do after she canceled? Did she apologize and offer another time? Did she make it clear that she still wants to see you? Did she disappear for a week and then come back at midnight with a sad face and a vague story? One of those things is a person trying to keep a plan alive. The other is a person trying to keep you on the hook and available for her own ego. You do not have to punish her. You do not need to call her out. That is what mature men do. They notice a pattern and respond without making a little courtroom drama out of it. Chapter 7. She does not owe you clarity. This part hurts men because we want a clean answer. We want her to say, I am not interested in you. Please move on. We want a neat email from the universe with a subject line that says, this will not be happening. Most of the time, you're not going to get that. She may be unsure. She may like you a little bit, but not enough. She may like the attention more than the actual idea of seeing you. She may be talking to someone else. She may not even understand her own behavior that well. Fine. Do not need her inner monologue to make a decision. If a woman is consistently not making it easy to see her, not investing, and not matching your effort, treat that as your answer. Not because she is evil, not because you've unlocked female nature, because you have a life and it should not be put on hold waiting for someone to tell you what they want. Move on. Chapter 8. Stop asking her to make you feel safe. Under all this analysis, there's usually one thing. You want her interest to make you feel safe. You want to know she likes you before you risk anything. You want to know she will say yes before you ask. You want to know she's not talking to anybody else before you allow yourself to care. I get it. Rejection is embarrassing, especially when you have built a whole little future in your head with a woman you barely know. But that is exactly why you have to act sooner. The longer you sit in ambiguity, the more your imagination takes over. Now you're not responding to her. You are responding to a character in your mind created from 3 good conversations and an Instagram story. Make the move while the situation is still small. Make the move now. Ask for a date. Read the response. If it is not there, let it not be there. You will survive it, and you will save yourself minutes, hours, days, even months of trying to figure out what happened. Chapter 9. The 3 things to watch. So if you want the short version, watch these 3 things. Time. Does she make time for you? Even if this schedule is kind of difficult to move around. Effort. Does she contribute to the interaction? Or are you carrying every conversation, plan, and emotional moment by yourself? Enthusiasm. When you make a plan, does she seem glad it's happening? Or does every step feel like you are negotiating a hostage exchange? That is it. Not 100 signs, not a TikTok checklist, not whether she looked left after she said goodnight. Time, effort, enthusiasm. Watch those across a pattern of behavior, not one good night or one bad text. Then make the cleanest decision you can with the information you have. Chapter 10. Let reality answer. The goal is not to become a man that can read every girl perfectly. You cannot. You will still get surprised sometimes. A woman can be interested and change your mind. A woman can say yes to a date and disappear later. You can do everything reasonably well and still get an answer you do not like. That is dating. The one is becoming a man who does not fall apart when reality gives him an answer. You make a clear move, you watch what happens, you match investment, you do not chase fog, you do not turn one woman's inconsistency into a story about your value, and you do not waste your whole week trying to decode a woman who has made herself difficult to see. If you want help in applying this to a specific situation, the coaching link is in the description. Not theory for strangers on the internet, your situations, your patterns, your decisions. That is where the real work starts. My name is Nuke, and I hope this was helpful. Bye.